I guess I'm not even sure we need to show a screen on this one because I think this is just. I think Ryan, what you and I discussed last week, and we are recording, is that this is where I'm going to play the buyer or seller, whichever way, and we'll do some buyer calls, we'll do some seller calls, and Ryan will be Ryan will do what he does, which is play us. And then I'm going to give useful answers and not useful answers, and we'll see how it goes from there. And so these are actually or the theory is here we're going to make actual demo calls.
So you want me to be the first one where I'm calling and you've got the property?
Yeah, I think since you've done these a lot more than I have recently, you're us and I'm either the buyer or seller, whichever side you want us to play. Let's do a few seller calls and we'll do a few buyer calls and we'll see if we need to do more.
Okay. All right. Let's just say here before we get started, do we want us to come off from the standpoint that if I've called you or you've already contacted us and I'm calling you back, and that'll kind of
I think probably both, but let's start now as if you were cold. Let's start now where either you're cold calling from a list or something's come in from the website and you're like, oh, you filled out our form.
Okay, let's start through the website, and then we'll go into the cold calling one. We'll knock it out that way.
All right, cool. And guys, just for my own purposes, when my face disappears, I'm covering my camera. This is when we can edit into discrete calls. So between the calls, I'll just cover my camera as a way of saying, oh, that's a different call. All right, cool.
All right. So let's see here. So this is Ryan from Hunting for Homes. I saw that you reached out to us last night. You were looking to get a cash offer on a home. Is that the address? Looks like it's 123 Main Street. Am I speaking to Steve?
Yes, this is Steve.
Okay, Steve. Ryan with Hunting for Homes. Nice to get you on the line. Do you have a few minutes?
About 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay, we can make this quick. We'll make it quick and painless. So you reached out to us last night. We're just getting back to you now here this morning to get back to you about this cash offer for 123 Main Street. I just want to confirm that's the address that that you had reached out about?
Yep.
Okay, great. Now, are you the owner of this property? Like, as in the deeded owner?
Myself and my wife, yes.
Excellent. Okay. We'll just say the overall condition of 123 Main Street is. We thinking, is it good, fair, excellent, poor? If you just had to pick one of those categories.
We're living there now. It definitely would have to be updated for a new, beautiful home buyer, but it certainly is functional and could be lived in.
Okay, excellent. So if you would just want to dive into it a little bit more, it could be lived in. Like, are we talking, upgraded kitchen and bath that just totally functional? Are we talking paint and carpeting, new windows? Like, just give us a brief overview, as best you can, of course.
Yeah, so it is, the house, we did the kitchen a while ago, several years, but not too long ago. So the kitchens and bathrooms are modern enough. But carpet's worn out, stuff like that. But nothing major. No roof leaks. Nothing horrible.
Okay, excellent. And I just wanted to ask now: is this your personal home, or is it a rental property? Like, are you physically living in the home, or what's the story?
We're living in it right now. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So you have do you have a mortgage on the property, or do you own the property free and clear?
We do have a mortgage. Not quite sure what's left on it, but we do have a mortgage from about 20 years ago, so it's mostly gone.
Excellent. Okay. Do you have any guesstimate on what you might owe if you had to just take a ballpark total guesstimate?
$25,000.
Okay, that's fair. How many bedroom and bathroom in the property? I think you have it listed here as 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Is that correct?
Yeah. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. The 3rd bedroom is in the attic.
Okay,
so it's a little smaller.
Okay. Now just that attic real quick. Does that have does it have functional heating? Does it have any windows in it? Does it have private entry? Or can you tell us a little bit about that 3rd bedroom?
Yeah, it's basically the entire attic. So there's a window at each end. And we put up some drywall a while ago, put down some carpet, and there is electric, there is heating. So it's where my son lives. He's fairly happy up there, so it's functional.
Okay, excellent, excellent. And just to confirm, like all your utilities are totally functioning. Heat, water, electric.
Yep, yep.
Okay. Now, speaking about that, what the electric is that like a panel box and breakers, or is it updated electric? What can you tell us
Yeah,
about?
when we bought the house 20 years ago, we had it completely rewired, so it's updated, or it's
Oh,
updated for that era.
awesome. Okay. And plumbing, is that PEX, PVC? Is it copper? Any leaks in the pipes? Anything like that?
It makes water come out, and it doesn't come out of the ceiling, so that's about all I know.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right. It's functional. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
That works. And what kind of heat do you have?
Coal heat.
Okay. Coal furnace?
Yeah,
Okay.
simple coal.
All right. And one of the things I should ask about it being a coal furnace, is that like been there before you owned the property? Did you recently get it?
No, that's pretty much. It could be an original one. It goes way back.
Okay, an older one. All right. All right. What about the roof condition? Is it older, newer? Any leaks, anything like that that you could tell us?
No leaks. We've patched it over the years, but it's never really needed a full replacement.
Okay. And if you had to take a guesstimate, how long that is, like
At least 20 years.
at least 20. Okay. All right. All right. Now, we were talking about the water earlier. I'm going to assume just 123 Main Street. Is it public water, public sewer, or is it some combination of well septic?
No, it's public water, public sewer, right through the city. It's built into our taxes.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see here. Do you have any idea what the square footage of the house might be, like total guesstimate, or you're not sure?
Average house for the area, like 1,000, 1,500 square feet, somewhere in there. Maybe
Okay.
12.
All right. Now, do you have like a off-street parking, like a driveway or anything like that?
The backyard goes up to a dirt alley, so you can pull in there. We typically don't, but you can.
Okay. Excellent. Um, so, any particular reason why you're looking to sell this property now and get a cash offer as opposed to some other means?
Kind of have financial stuff going on, and we just need to get rid of it.
Okay.
So it's kind of a timely thing.
Okay. Do you have a place to go if we bought your house?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, all right. So, and you can leave pretty much at closing. You can be gone out of the house.
Yeah, within a couple of weeks to a month, we should be able to find something. We're already putting a deposit down on an apartment, so we might not even be living here much longer.
Excellent. Okay. Perfect. And any particular idea what you're hoping to get out of the property? Anything along those lines?
I'm hoping to get 1.2 million, but I don't think I'll get that. So I guess that's kind of what you got to tell me.
Okay. Now, do you have photos of the property? Any photos, videos, anything like that?
Yeah, we can send some over. I don't have them, but I can certainly walk around the house tonight and take some pictures.
Certainly. All right. So what we'll do is you'll text my number. You'll text that over, and I'll give you a thumbs up when I get the photos. And of course, we need to see the photos before we can figure out exactly, what we can hopefully offer you on this. Because again, you wouldn't buy a car off a car lot unseen, So of course, that's why we have to ask for photos.
Yeah.
I'm sure you understand.
That makes sense. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So, and you can get these photos to us by, you're saying.
Tonight maybe, but tomorrow, sure.
Okay. So what we'll do then is we'll follow up tomorrow at around the same time, around 3 o'clock at the number that you gave to us. Worst case, if I hear from you earlier, I'll call you earlier. But worst case scenario, we'll plan to talk 3 o'clock tomorrow. Once I have these photos, when I speak to you again, I'll have hopefully the makings of a cash offer, see what we can hopefully put together here for you. And we'll see if we can get something done.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Let's see if I can get a better picture on because I'm working from home here, so I can get a better picture. But all right, that was good. So you tell me, how should I play the next one?
Let's see here. I think that one went pretty much as good as can be expected. That is probably 60%, 65% of the people, the majority, maybe almost 70% of what I speak to. They're usually pretty laid back and easygoing. Sometimes I think the next way we could play it is for the next one, you give too much more information where you start telling me about how many bedrooms? Oh, it's 3 bedrooms. And by the way, my grandmother's having surgery next week and I'm really all tight about it, blah, blah, blah. Or I've actually got to say, okay, I understand, but can we reel it back into, I'm just trying to save you some time. Let's just, stay on point. Like, why don't we do it where you're trying to give too much more information? I've actually got to chop it off because I'm trying to save time. Does that sound like a good place?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me get ready here. Oh, and just so you know, I'm actually snipping these up too on my little
Okay, good.
callback recordings. That way, should anything happen, one of us at least has a copy.
Yep.
So I think we'll be good there. So let me get this ready and queued up on my side.
So my homeroom is not as good a video studio as the office. I'll have to fix that, but okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Well, I just figured in case kids want something, at least we could say here.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I don't care. I'm just I'm thinking for the next time I'll have a better setup in here because I've never shot it.
No, I think this is actually pretty good. All right, so let me get this ready, and
cool.
I'm ready as soon as you are.
Yep, we're gonna black it out again, and all right, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Franco here. This is Ryan with Hunting for Homes, and you would put in a cash offer request on our website, and I wanted to give you a call back as soon as possible. Do you have some time?
Oh yeah, I got nothing going on this week.
Excellent.
More time.
All right, good deal. So I see the property here is 234 Main Street in Pittston. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So for this particular house, are you the owner of the house, or like the deeded owner?
I'm the owner. It's in the name of my parents. My parents passed away. Mom had cancer, and then dad got sick, and they all rolled down the hill into the bay. So
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, but I'm in control. The attorney says I'm in control.
Excellent. Okay, perfect. Now, you're currently living in the house?
No, I haven't lived there in quite a while. It's vacant now.
Okay.
We keep the heat on to a low extent, but that's it.
Okay. Do you know approximately, if you had to take a guess, how long it's been vacant for?
Mom died 6 years ago, so about then.
Okay, about 6 years ago. And what would you say the overall condition of the house is, if you had to take a guess? Like, good, fair, poor, something else?
My dad was a carpenter, so everything was maintained meticulously. And his brother was an electrician, so they put in the absolute best of everything at the time. And so it was maintained wonderfully well, but obviously, no one's living there and people get older, so it's less that.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So if you had to say, I know we kind of just touched on a little bit, but do you know of any upgrades or repairs that are needed based other than what you've already kind of alluded to, or?
Well, no. I mean, Mom loved the lime green and pink kitchens that were popular, so everything in the house is either lime green or pink.
Interesting.
So, I mean, this is a home that anyone's going to move into and love, especially if they like the style at the time. And, if you're from around here, you're going to like that. There were lots of times when Nana would come over and they would have polka dances in the basement. That's definitely a home that's had a lot of good energy. No, but I mean, the biggest thing is we need someone who's going to fit in with the neighborhood and be that kind of style of person that the neighbors are going to be okay with. Because my sister lives on one side and she's older, and my brother lives on the other side, and of course he's got a couple deadbeat kids living with him. So we just got to make sure that it's somebody that's going to not upset the boat too much.
Okay, fair enough. Now, actually, that brings up a really good point. Is when you were saying on both sides, is this house a multifamily house? Is this like a duplex, or?
No, just regular houses, just all on the same street.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, perfect. Now, to the best of your knowledge, I know you had gone through the whole you had said you had gone through the probate process, but as far as you know, do you have anything outstanding, any back taxes, any liens, anything that you might be aware of?
The attorney says that everything is clear, or can be cleared by the sale of the home. We've gotten some ideas from people as to, what things have sold for in the neighborhood. We know that the house down the street, we heard had sold for $50,000, and the house at the end of the street had sold for $350,000. So we kind of have the range, and we want to move. We want to sell the house. We don't need to, but the biggest thing is to make sure we don't change the demographic of the neighborhood. That's what all of my neighbors are telling me. They don't want the wrong kind of people moving in.
Well, the good news is when you sell with a cash offer to an investor, and they're going to do some repairs and upgrades, so they're not, whether it's us or our partners or whomever it might be, they're going to put in some quality individuals there, because obviously they're going to we're going to put a lot of money into the home, so we're not going to allow somebody who would be detrimental to the community or something like that. They're going to be a qualified tenant, to the best of our ability to be able to do that. So I just want to ease any concerns that you have, and in terms of flooding the neighborhood with some like riffraff or anything along those lines.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
And so now the bedroom and bathroom here, you have it listed as a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Is that correct, or is it different?
Yeah, when we were growing up in the house, it was actually used as 4 bedrooms. My deadbeat brother lived in the basement, usually with some variation of a lover. And my sister had the attic to herself, and then my parents had 1 bedroom and I had the other. So there could be 4 sleeping spaces. I don't think my sister ever had any heat up there. She was definitely needing to bring company home to stay warm. But there are 4 places where we used to sleep, but probably a modern condition would be a 2-bedroom.
Okay. All right. Good to know there. And just out of curiosity, those other sleeping areas, do they have like private access? Do they have a window or anything like that in there? Or?
So the basement has the crawl out bulkhead door and the little tiny windows. The attic does have a window at one end, but it's actually entered. You enter it from my parents' bedroom. So
okay.
It's
So
really
it's like a walk-through type of situation in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Sorry, I see now why you mean you're saying you typically used more than 2 bedrooms, but it's actually really a glorified 2-bedroom with extra space. Okay. And it's just the 1 bathroom, is that correct?
The 1 bathroom downstairs off the kitchen. And then we did actually install another bathroom in the living room when Nana got sick. We put the ramp in, and she had one that was built out bigger, but we never got around to putting walls on it. So while everything is there, it's just kind of as part of the living room.
Interesting. So you've got the plumbing there, but it's just like right there in the open. Okay. That's okay. We'll take a note of that. Now, just to kind of explore this a little bit more, like all the plumbing works in the house. Is there any leaks or anything that's malfunctioning, or to the best of your knowledge, they're all, working fine?
Everything works fine, but when you turn on the water for the kitchen, it does rain a little bit in the basement.
Okay.
So
can you elaborate on that a little bit? Like when you mean rain, you mean like a spray or drip, or is it just coming straight down down into the area below?
A slow drip through what used to be slow drip through the plaster ceiling in the basement. Mom would go down there before dinner, turn on the water, and do what she had to, and then shut it off because she just was never well enough to do anything else about it. We couldn't afford the repair. Everything else was fine. The bathrooms were still fine, and everything else was fine. So it was separate.
Okay.
It is the plaster, of course, eventually fell in. So there'd be a little bit of work down there to make that a living space.
Now, a quick question for you. Now, that leak that you're aware of, would you say it was? Would you say it's been going on long term, like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? If you had to just take a ballpark,
probably a few years before she moved out. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what kind of heat does the house have?
There's a gas steam furnace, the
Okay.
standard one, the round tan colored ones that kind of look like giant barrels.
Okay. And do you have any idea when you had that put in? Was that there when you bought the house, or did you guys put that in at some point after you
Was
bought
there
it?
before I was born, so
Okay.
probably quite a bit older than you, little one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. And no problems with the heat, though. The heat's working fine, even though it's an older system.
Yeah, I mean, even right now, it keeps the house warm. We haven't had anything freeze.
Okay, excellent. Now, what about the condition of the roof? Is it older? Is it newer? Is there any leaks? Like, what can you tell me about that?
The roof doesn't leak at all. It's slate, and that's rock, so that's not going anywhere. Around the dormer for the attic, there is a little bit of dampness sometimes if the rain is really weird along the dormer wall, but that was never too much of a big deal.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, we've encountered properties with that before. Can you just take a guesstimate how long that's been kind of like damp for? Like, are we talking years? Or are we talking longer than that? Shorter than that? To the best of your knowledge.
I'd say the last year or so my mom was alive, we started noticing it. It was well after my sister moved out, so we never really picked up on it. My uncle suspected that a couple of shingles had fallen off the side of the dormer, but everybody was too old to get up there. So we just kind of let it go.
Okay, fair enough. Now, the water situation here, just in the area that it's in, is it public water, public sewer, or is it like well septic or some combination of the two?
The city came through when I was a teenager and tried to get us convert over to water and sewer, and my dad was like not willing to do that. There was no way anybody was going to charge him for something he could get for free from nature.
Okay.
So we never changed it. In fact, it wasn't until I was about 9 years old that Dad actually put a pump in the old well and made the water come in the house. Before that, we would go outside to get what we needed.
Okay. Any idea on the size of the house, like square footage? I'm looking here and I see that there's, I don't know, 12 to 1400 square foot houses in the area. Some people know this right off the bat, some people don't. But did you ever, get any documents that said how big the house is? Or do you have any idea how big the square footage of the house is?
No, I think you're going to have to come over and see that. I mean, it's the same size as every other house on the street, but I'm not going to run around with the tape measure. So
Okay, fair enough. Now the parking, is that driveway, garage, street, off street parking, street
Park-
only?
parking on the street's always been good, so we never really questioned it. We just kind of
Okay.
always everyone around here is respectful. We all grew up here, and we're all friendly to each other.
Okay, but if you had to park off the street, is there something in the back or something in the side, or is it strictly, to the best of your knowledge, like street parking only?
If you did some digging, you could probably get in the front yard. I don't know how you would get to the backyard, but if you did some digging, you can make some room in the front yard.
Okay,
Um,
gotcha. So we're going to assume that this one, for all intents and purposes, we'll just go street parking. We'll put that in the notes there. Okay, so what have any particular reason why you're interested in a cash offer? Like, what's your story, and looking to close quickly? Just can you give me a little bit of a backstory about that?
yeah, I mean, basically, my sister and brother need to get the money fast. They've got some problems going on, so we need to get it happen fast. Although I don't want to get taken advantage of, so I want to make sure that we get the fair price, and we don't want to deal with those crazy realtors. But at the same time, we can't give the house away. And I think that the no real backstory to the property other than we're just hoping to find the right person that can make this house a home again.
Okay. And how quickly, when you said kind of closing, they'd like to do it quickly, how long on your timeline do you think that would be if you had to take a guess? Like, what would work out best for you?
What time tomorrow can we show up to get the money?
Boy, if it only worked that way. To just tell you a little bit about the cash offer process. It's generally going to take a due diligence period to obviously come over and take a look at the house if we can agree on a number. And then if we agree on a number and we get to come over and take a look at the house, if if that's all signed, sealed, and delivered, and we've agreed on all that, and everything looks great, typically it can close maybe in approximately 4 weeks, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but approximately once the contract's signed, everything's signed, sealed, delivered, we've walked through it, signed off on it. It's approximately a month, like I said, ballpark. Would that work for something that you're looking to get done in that time? Or would that be quick enough for you?
Yeah, we can probably keep the house around for that long. We can probably. I mean, the city's starting to make some noise about it, but I think we can probably hold them off for a while.
Okay. Now, just what you're saying about the city, what have they given you any notices or anything like that, or have you received anything from them? And specifically, are they, picking out anything in particular about the house?
I mean, the ask from the city has been up our butts for 2 or 3 years about things like tall grass and stuff like that. We keep telling them shove it, but lately they've been sending notices of tax sale, saying that if that in June it's going to happen. If we don't do something about it, we get put on a list in June and things start happening. So we need to be ready to get moving.
Interesting. Okay. So you'd mentioned June. Do you have those orange papers or those white papers that get posted to the door? Has that been posted to your door? And if so, but how long ago would you say that was?
Yeah, they posted the door. This will be the second posting actually, and so we definitely got to get going. The city people say if we give them $1,000 by 3 weeks from now, they'll give us another 6 months. But I got a feeling that I've known these people long enough, and I've got enough dirt on them. I could probably slow them down.
Well, we don't want to threaten anybody, but at the same time, as long as we can have enough time to get the sale closed, obviously. Now, one thing I would ask is, would you be able to take a picture of those notices that you received and text them over to our phone number?
Yeah, we should be able to. I probably send you something.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, and if you can, just make sure that it's a clear photo before you send it. Sometimes people will send it to us and it'll be so blurry we can't even read it. But that would be great for us to be able to take a look at that, to kind of know the backstory on the house. So I guess the last thing is, what are you looking to get out of the house? Any thoughts? Any particular numbers? Anything like that?
I mean, we're each hoping to get about 20 grand out of the house, so we'd like to get 60. That I guess depends on what you guys think you can do with it. The faster we can move, maybe we're a little bit more flexible, but yeah.
Okay. So the pictures on the property, do you have any? First of all, pictures or videos?
Oh yeah. Yeah, in fact, actually, we tried it on Zillow a couple of years ago, so the pictures are all on Zillow if you just Google.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Now, but the pictures that you have, how you said they were posted on Zillow. How old would you say that they are? If you had to take a guesstimate.
About 3 years, but the house hasn't changed, so nothing really been done. It was just after my mom died.
Okay, well, that's fair. I mean, if it hasn't had much changes, that's what we will go by. Okay. All right, so that's a good start here. I'm going to check out those photos, and I will give you a call back. We like to do everything within 24 hours or less, so don't be surprised if I call you back later this afternoon. And what would be a good time for you this afternoon? Like, anything work for you?
2 hours ought to be good.
Okay, I will give you a call back within 2 hours or less. When I call you back, we'll have information on numbers, potential offers, and I'll have some more clarity for you after I've had a chance to look into this. So does that work for you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, great. Well, this is the number I'll be calling you back from, and we will talk to you within the next 2 hours.
All right, sounds good. All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
All right.
I think that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, that one okay.
That's probably another 20%, 25%. So the only, really the only thing that's left is really the hostile people, and that would really come generally from cold calling. I don't really have anybody hostile when they've already reached out to us.
Right. Yeah, we can So what? I mean, we can do that certainly. So what does hostile sound like? Like just totally
Hostile,
like, why are you calling me? Leave me alone. How'd you get my number?
yeah, hostile would kind of be like, so I'm cold calling. So now these two instances, you've already contacted me through the website, but this instance would be I'm cold calling you from Batch Leads, and you're like, who are you? What do you want with my house?
Okay.
Once I tell the story, okay, well, keep talking, we'll see. Like
Okay.
type situation where they're hostile until they figure out what your intention is, and then as you keep asking questions and saying a little bit about the background, they start to open up, and then they become more and more and more, and then they become similar to the calls that we've already had. As we
Okay.
progress through the call.
All right. All right. That's fine.
So if we want to try one more from the standpoint
Yeah.
of from that, we could certainly try that.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Let me see if I can start one other thing up here. Let's see here. Start recording. Okay. Okay, you ready on your end, or do you want to?
Yep.
Okay.
We're all right.
All right. Okay,
All
I'm
right.
ready. Hello, am I speaking to Mr. Franco?
That depends on who this is.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm calling from Hunting for Homes. I'm calling in regards to 234 Main Street. We're cash offer investors, and we wanted to see if you'd be looking to sell your property.
How much you offering for my property?
Well, hopefully, if you have a few minutes, we can go through some questions, and hopefully I can get that to you really quickly.
Okay.
All right. Now, what we're looking at here, we're looking at 234 Main Street. Is that like a 4-bedroom, or is that, am I looking at something wrong?
Well, Sonny, if you don't know what my house is, why are you calling me?
Well, that's a great question. When you're looking at something online that you're interested in, sometimes that can be wrong online. So the goal is to speak to you, the owner, and you give us the information, and I can hopefully get you an offer that is reflecting of what it's worth.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, there are 4 bedrooms, and of course, you can put beds anywhere you want, so you can fit more people in here.
All right. Now, what about the bathroom? Like, is there one bathroom, or is there more than that?
There's 2 bathrooms. There's one toilet and shower in the basement, and there's one bathroom on the second floor.
Okay. Are they both full bathrooms, or is one a partial bathroom, or?
In the basement's a toilet and shower next to the furnace, so you can call
Okay.
that whatever you want.
Gotcha. Perfect. Okay. And you are the owner, like the deeded owner, or is that?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Now, the overall condition, from what we're able to see online, the place looks like it's a fixer-upper. Would that be accurate, or would you say that something's changed with that? Like, what would you put the condition of the house at?
I've been perfectly happy here for the last 40 years, so I don't know what needs to be fixed. I'm not sure why you would bother. But I guess it all depends on how much people want to put into a property. I know my neighbor just sold her house for $250,000. So, I'm guessing that's about what mine's worth, and you can do whatever you want with it after that.
Okay, fair enough. How this usually works with a cash offer, we'll get a property that needs to get some work done. It's like outdated, might need to just be updated, paint, flooring, bathrooms, kitchens, whatever, maybe a roof. We put the work in. In the back end, that's how we make our profit. We update everything, and then we sell it for its highest and best. So then what your next door neighbor got, that may very well be what they did on the back end, selling at its highest and best. So it's a little bit about what we do, but certainly that's kind of it's crucial, that we get, the answers to this information as much as we can. Just to probe a little bit further, the kitchens and bathroom, would you say they were done in the last 10 to 15 years? Or are we talking older than that?
The basement one, no way. The second floor one, yeah. When that crazy guy Clinton was elected.
Oh, Clinton. Okay, so you're looking at so that's you're looking at the 90s for that one. So you're probably doubling that. So we're probably looking around 30 years. Okay, fair enough. What about the roof? When was the last time you had that replaced? And is there any leaks in your roof?
I mean, put a pan down, catch some water. Why would anybody bother doing more than that?
Well, yeah, it's everything comes in from the top down, so that is definitely a concern. So I'm just going to take a guess and say here, you've owned the property. It looks like about 29 years. Is that about right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, and you've never replaced the roof in that time?
No.
Okay, got it. Okay, so we've got an older roof, a little bit of leakage. Um, your plumbing, is there any leaks in the plumbing, or does the plumbing work without any leaky pipes or anything like that?
As long as you don't flush the toilet, you're fine.
Ooh, okay. Can you elaborate on that? The flushing of the toilet with the leaks. Can you just, to the best of your knowledge, like what do you mean exactly?
I mean, I guess you're not used to that old time living because you flush the toilet and you catch the water underneath it and you take it out back and you get rid of it.
Okay, and how long is that? Just out of curiosity, how long has that been going on?
It's how the house has been since I bought it.
Okay. All right, definitely making some notes of that. Let's move on to your electric. Is it panel box and breakers, or is it something else?
I don't trust those new panel boxes. I have no faith in them whatsoever. It's screw fuses or nothing. There's nothing else worth it. You can always stick a penny in it and it'll be fine.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So you've got the older style panel boxes with the round fuses, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, do you happen to know who makes that? Who the name on that panel box by any chance?
Federal Pacific was the only brand worth using.
Federal Pacific. Interesting. Okay. Never had any problems with that. Never had any fires or issues or anything like that.
Remember, it was those newfangled breakers that got everybody in trouble. Fuses never had a problem.
Oh, well, you definitely have had some luck in the years that you've been living there. Okay. What kind of heat do you have?
Oil heat.
Oil heat.
I like the space heaters. I like the electric space heaters because they're just a warmer kind of heat than that.
Okay. The furnace. How old would you say that is? Have you replaced it since you've lived there?
Replaced it last year. Yeah, it's brand new.
Oh, it's okay. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Now the water situation here. And just looking at what I can find online here, it said it could be a combination between like a septic, but it also could be public water. Is that accurate, or is it public water, public sewer, or some combination?
Well, you got it backwards, Sonny. There's a artesian well coming off the back of the property. Just the way nature made it, and that goes out to a city sewer system.
Okay.
They forced us. I sued them for a long time. They forced us to connect.
They forced you to connect. What did you want to do?
There's a cistern under my house. It was perfectly fine for 100 years. Why would it be not fine now?
I see. Okay, I'll put that into the put that in the notes there. What about the size of the house? I'm seeing it's 1,600 square feet. Does that sound right to you, or is it bigger, smaller?
Oh, it's bigger than that. Yes.
Okay, like 1,800 if you had to take a guess.
Oh no, I think it's 2,400. We're the biggest house on the street.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, what about the parking? Is it street, off street, garage, driveway?
Got a beautiful garage, got a beautiful driveway right back to the old carriage house.
Excellent.
And, actually even a one-bedroom apartment above the carriage house back in the day, but then the roof fell in, so that might be a little bit difficult.
Oh, okay. So just how long ago did that roof implode, and the garage hasn't been used since then, or what's the story?
The snowstorm last week, actually.
Okay. All right. So So the garage is not currently able to be used, and it imploded. Okay. All right. You're just parking in the driveway, I guess. Okay. Yeah. All right. How quickly would you be ready to move? If we were able to move a little over a month, approximately, would you be open to selling if we
If
hit the right number?
you got the right number, we can be gone in a week.
Perfect. So you do have a place to go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Just throwing it out there. What are you looking to get out of it? Like, what would work for you?
And based on what the neighbors are selling their houses for, I think most neighbors are getting around 150, 200,000. So I figure somebody could do 75,000, 50,000, we'd be okay. Because I mean the house needs a little bit of attention, but yeah, I'm not sure much below 50 or 75 whether it's worth getting rid of.
Okay. Now, I guess the next thing here, and thank you for that, by the way. Pictures. Do you have pictures or videos on your property, or is
I
it?
mean, I kind of thought you were going to come out and see it. What would stop you from just coming out?
Yeah, well, we can do that. We can definitely, either I can come out there, or we can send one of our people out there. That's not a problem. But for us, we're making calls, we're doing deals all the time, and that of course takes a lot of time to do, traveling and things like that. So what we like to do is we like to get photos beforehand to try to see, are we playing in the same sandbox in terms of if we make you an offer. So that's why the pictures are crucial to get ahead of time. So I'm not wasting your time and you're not wasting my time, if that makes sense.
All right. So yeah, you can send somebody else to take pictures of it. I could probably dig up. We got some old pictures in a box around here. I don't have a cell phone or anything fancy like that, so
Okay.
I got some pictures in a box over here. And the house hasn't changed in a long time, so those are probably okay for now. And then send somebody else.
Okay, now those old photos, like how old did you say those old photos are? At a guess.
5-7 years ago. But other than the furnace, we don't do anything to the house. So
Okay. Okay. All right. So since you don't have a cell phone, did you have anyone else, like family member or a friend, that could actually just text me those photos, even if they take a picture of them and just send them over to me? Could we do something along those lines?
I can have my girlfriend come over tomorrow. Have her do that.
Yeah, okay, that'd be great. That would work out great. And again, this is mostly for you, but also for us, but mostly for you, so we can see if we're in the same universe in terms of like what we're gonna hopefully be able to offer you. So let's do this, Mr. Franco. How about I give you a call back tomorrow about the same time, about 3:30? And do you think your girlfriend can get the photos by then?
Yeah, she's coming over tonight. She can do that.
Perfect. All right. So you have my number. Have her text me at that number. Text the photos over to me. I will give you a call back tomorrow at the same time at 3:30. If as long as that works for you, we can pick it up right there and then.
Yep, that works fine.
All right. I'll be calling back from the same number. Looking forward to speaking to you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. So
that one's pretty good.
That's 3 options, I guess.
Yeah, I think we have the one that has slight resistance. We've got the one that just really goes on with talking and talking. And then we've got the real easy one that gives you a short answer and lets you go boom, 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 boom down the list. So, I mean, I think that's 3 phenomenal examples.
Yeah, I just want to cover a couple things in there. First of all, for the students, Ryan handled it perfectly. The guy who said, put the right people in the neighborhood. We all know he's probably talking racial or cultural. We can't have that conversation. So we just don't. You just do exactly what Ryan said. We're always going to put in good people. And they will engage. They will say, I don't like those. And they'll start using the slur words. You just ignore it and move away from it. I think it's also important that when you get the ones who are, and I didn't go too hostile on them, but when you get the ones that are hostile, why the fuck are you calling me? All that kind of stuff. You just downplay it and say, well, and this is probably the one thing that I didn't throw in there. It was my fault, but we're cash buyers, we're investors, and we're always looking for properties in your neighborhood. Well, how'd you get my number? Public record, sir. You're within the area that we're interested in, and we call. So if you have questions about how to handle those kinds of things, we can certainly train on those specifically, but mostly polite, friendly, clear, and just guiding them away from the dangerous topics. And in Pennsylvania, everything's a dangerous topic: gender, religion, race, creed, orientation. We don't touch that. We touch real estate. Because sometimes people are out there, they're baiting for that because there's lawsuits behind it, there's money behind it. Other than that, I think it's good. Anything else you want to cover today, Ryan? Or you think this is a good start call?
I think the three categories are well covered. But I think the most consistent thing is in three different scenarios, we basically covered the same information, slightly different. Whether it was bringing the person on the other end of the line back into the fold, or shortening the responses and getting them, getting them ready to speed up a little bit. The other call was just boom, 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 right on point, which is how most of them go. But I think we even covered the one where you encounter a little bit of resistance, and then you just diffuse the situation, and it may affect the order that you're going to ask some questions, and you may fill in a little bit more stuff and just jumble up the script a little bit to adapt. But other than that, I mean, we still got the same information. We just went about it a little bit differently.
Exactly. And the other important thing is that we are not ever judging. People are always going to stick in their snide comments. And when they're telling you something, also take notes on those things. Because things like, I forgot to include this, but things like, my sister's in the hospital and we really need money fast. You don't want to use that as a screw point with them, but at the same time, when they start playing hardball on money, well, I thought you needed the money for your sister fast. The higher you go in price, and Ryan, the Pittsburgh lady, we got to call her back or connect with her because she's wondering why we don't have people showing the house yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes down to price. Our price is obviously too high. We're not getting, and so it's like, hey, in her case, it was a city sending lots of letters. So we don't judge on this call. This is not a judgment call. This is not what we think of their offer. They want 1.2 million. We don't give them a red light, green light yet. We look into it.
You know what? That you actually brought up something too that actually really jogged my memory. Sometimes, I think a year or two ago, we had a call, very, very politically motivated guy for whatever reason. Whether he was, I don't remember if he was really blue, really red. It doesn't really matter. But if they're really trying to skew the call into some different topic, whether it be political or something else that has no bearing on the call, we always just want to gently just nudge it back to get the information that we want, so the call doesn't go off the rails.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I think this is good. Now, Ryan, do you want to do it? Should we start a new one for buyer's calls, or you want to wait on buyer's calls and just get back to regular work today and do buyer's calls a different day?
I think we'll just handle the other calls a different day. I think we'll just chop that up. Oddly enough, we got to send out our first hold harmless agreement for somebody who wants to see Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. So I'm because my next thing, I'm just going to stop the recording.